Mazda in general is an automaker that puts emphasis on driving dynamics. From the legendary MX-5 Miata to the RX-8, even basic family cars like the Mazda 5 and CX-9, they make vehicles that are fun to drive and have a rewarding driving experience. What initially set the Mazda 3 apart from its main competition, the Civic and the Corolla, is the fact that it was sold with two configurations, a sedan or hatchback, and available with two different engine choices. The basic engine for basic transportation and the larger four-cylinder engine for more spirited driving. And it's been rewarded with great sales. The Mazda 3 is one of the top 3 selling cars in the country. But what about people who want even more performance? This is the Mazda to get, the Mazdaspeed3. Tuned and modified by the Mazda Speed division to make an already great car even better. It's instantly recognizable due to the large and functional air scoop on the hood, unique front bumpers and fenders that make the smiley grille easier to take. Additional upgrades include standard xenon headlamps, fog lamps, a lower stance, side skirts, raised rear spoiler, LED taillights, and dual exhaust tips. Push-button start with keyless entry, information display with navigation system, sat radio, 6-disc changer and Bose stereo all come standard. You know, that's all great stuff, but there are a couple of omissions I should tell you about. First of all, the seats. Sure, they're nicely bolstered, gives you extra lateral support when you're cornering, but they're only offered in cloth. Now, at almost $33,000, there'll be some shoppers that say, wait a second, it really should come standard with leather seats, but you can't even get them. Now, I personally like cloth because they're cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter, and it does prevent you from sliding around even more when you're cornering. The second thing this car doesn't have is a sunroof, not even optional, because the Mazda Speed department wanted the most structurally sound car they could get for the best driving dynamics, so the sunroof had to go. This is kind of surprising in the world of ever-increasing horsepower claims, but Mazda decided to leave the output of the 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder unchanged. Not to say they didn't improve the car, they just thought it had enough power, which is kind of bold in this world where there's all kinds of little pocket rockets out there, from the Subaru WRX to the Lancer Evo from Mitsubishi. Mazda rates the turbocharged engine at 263 horsepower, and all that power goes to the front wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission. To even out the torque curve of the turbo, they've added an intercooler on the hood. This, along with direct injection, makes the engine very responsive and has more usable power over a wider range, making the engine feel more potent. This is probably because torque is up by 10% over the older model. You know what? I wish more car companies took this approach of taking an existing model that's very popular and tweaking it and modifying it and not changing it wholeheartedly. It would have been very easy for Mazda to just drop a bigger engine in the Mazdaspeed3 and jump into the horsepower race. They didn't do that. They looked back at the old Mazdaspeed3, they saw the weaknesses, and they worked on those. Here's the thing that would make this car better: all-wheel drive. It's going to get to the point where Mazda will have to put all-wheel drive into this car if they want it to compete with other vehicles in this class. That might be worth the wait.
There's more. Go to drivingtelevision.com for Zach's feature on his life as a courier and the specially priced Olympic Equinox.